Welcome to Biggest Spoilars, the destination for exclusive spoilers, latest updates.
General Hospital spoilers for December 22nd to 26th, 2025 reveal Michael Corinthos being in trouble and Jason Morgan's romantic move. As we always do on early edition day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week. Also we dive into what's ahead coming week, which is of course Christmas week, and that means appropriation. So, keep hearkening to the end to find out what to anticipate. General Hospital early spoilers. Lulu rages and Isaiah pushes. Wednesday, December 17th, we've got Lulu Spencer up at the sanitarium, and she's raging at Britt Westbourne. Seems like Lulu is making pitfalls and saying this is just the morning. So, sounds to me like Lulu set up out that Rocco Falseroni texted Britt and she's furious and this is someone she can lash out at. Lulu is real frustrated because Charlotte Cassadine told her that her home is anywhere where Valentine Cassadine is. And Rocco's still in touch with Britt, who he calls his other mama, when he's rejecting his parents, substantially Dante Falconeri, but Lulu's still feeling the heat. So, this is just her tilting point. And Britt finds herself let down. And this may have commodity to do with Rocco. Dr. Isaiah Gannon tempts Portia Robinson and he asked her to come to the cabin for her bed rest, but also Curtis Ashford was kind of pushing about it. So, Isaiah may try and bait her into changing her mind back. And Isaiah tells Portia he's not hysterical of him. That could be Drew Kane Quartermain, could be Curtis. And Portia says he should be. And that's why I'm just wondering if it's Drew. But she may also know that Curtis would beget Isaiah problems if he finds out that they're together. GH spoilers. Nina and Carly spar. Carly Corinthos Spencer and Nina Reeves have a veritably violent run heft. I'm sure this is over at the courthouse, so Carly is presumably snarking at Nina about Willow Tate's felonious charges, but Nina tells Carly that the substantiation isn't as solid as they suppose. So, I wonder if Jack Brennan went ahead and wiped that footage. Curtis tells Trina Robinson there's been a change of plans and it looks like they're up at the courthouse as well, but is he talking about Portia staying with them for her bed rest or is it commodity to do with the case? DA Justine Turner tells Dante that their job just got a whole lot easier. And I wonder if she's feeling more confident about condemning Willow or notoriety differently because it looks like the person that eavesdropped Tracy Quartermain and Michael was presumably Martin Gray because flashback Drew asked him to go back by and tell her commodity. General Hospital early spoilers. Michael looks shamefaced to Tracy so, Tracy still suspects that Michael shot Drew. So, I wonder if Martin ran to Alexis Davis to give her this word, hoping to see Tracy arrested for perjury and Michael arrested for tried murder. Flashback, Alexis is no addict of Tracy's because she framed her for DUI. So, I suppose Alexis and Martin might see eye to eye on a little vengeance on Tracy. Michael is protective while talking to Tracy. And this is, part of what Martin's going to eavesdrop. She's immolation to cover Michael and he tells Tracy, "You're assuming I need protection," and she's like, "Do'n't you?" So, I'm sure he's going to contend he didn't do it, but that doesn't matter. This whole situation creates reasonable mistrustfulness, which can really help out Willow and may be veritably instructional for the DA. General Hospital spoilers. Jason's interrogation and Anna's enterprising escape. Thursday, December 18th, we've got Jocelyn Jacks possessed by Jason, and I suppose he's going to calf Jocelyn about Britt and the 5 poppies and what she set about. Now, Brennan will be a little worried if she tells Jason anything, but when he explains he's trying to help Britt, I suppose she might actually do it because she does literally owe her life. Nina is on the spot on Thursday, so this is obviously commodity to do with the trial, and I wonder if it's about what Brennan wants about Valentine. Anna Devane notices that there's a diversion, so it looks like she has a chance to try and escape. I'm sure she'll take it, but Pascal is awful and so is Sidwell. So, this might be a trap. Brennan opens up to Carly and he may be telling her about his bargain with Nina to capture Valentine because, Brennan's got no reason to suspect that this is problematic telling her. But if he does, also Carly can run it back to Valentine and they can work that into their strategizing. Nathan West has Lulu's back and she may be venting to him about her Rocco and Charlotte enterprises. Port Charles turmoil. Brad's return and 2 shocking apprehensions. Friday, December 19th. So, it's going to be like Thursday or Friday should be when Brad Cooper shows up at Portia's sanitarium room. She doesn't look happy to see him. So, Brad may want his job back. Perry Shin did an interview and said Brad formerly blew through that $1 million that Drew gave him for the dirty deed that he did. Isaiah is there for Portia. She's really stressed and may fill him in about Brad. Joss makes a pledge and it may be to help Jason help Britt since she saved her life. This week, Justine asks Drew when he's on the stage if he knows who shot him. So, will he perjure himself and say it was Michael? Especially formerly he finds out from Martin that Tracy thinks Michael is guilty. General Hospital spoilers: 2 people going down. 2 people are arrested by Harrison Chase, and it might be Michael and Tracy grounded on the wiretapping that I feel like is 99, got to be Martin. And if Tracy formerly prevaricated on the stage by that point and they pulled a footage from security cams to confirm that yeah, Michael was right there. That would confirm everything and would look really bad for both of them. Jason delivers a warning and it may be to Britt, and Carly and Valentine go back and forth mooting how to handle the Jack Brennan situation, and she's going to bring back to Valentine the word she gets from Jack when they've that discussion. Christmas week spoilers: holiday usurpations, maternity verity, and a romantic gesture. The week of December 22nd through the 26th of course is Christmas week. Christmas falls on Thursday. And if General Hospital does what they generally do for the leaves, we should have 3 new occurrences this week. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Generally, they run a rehearsal on Christmas Eve and also a full appropriation on Christmas Day, but I'll confirm that when we get our full canon of daily spoilers for you guys. Drew thinks he's on top of the world coming week, and what happens at Willow's Hale may boost that feeling further, but he's surely due for a karmic poke because his first Christmas as Willow's hubby is presumably going to be his last. Fingers crossed. Sidwell takes his coming way. Kevin Collins was pushing back about Laura Spencer, and of course Sidwell hovered Kevin, and she's got to decide what to do and whether she's going to delve or push back, putting people she loves at threat. Tracy after vengeance on Drew. Tracy wants Drew to pay for taking the family heritages, and Tracy seems more frenetic about that than him walking down from Ned Quartermain during a heart attack. So, I see a Aunt flashback. I'm trying to suppose through the dialogue, but I haven't seen that I recall anybody telling Tracy exactly what Drew did. And that's important word. Nathan is saying and doing the right effects, but I still don't suppose he can be trusted, and he's not exactly who he claims to be. Anna is frustrated with effects that are out of her control. We should have fallout from the 2 new apprehensions that Chase makes. Effects may be happier at Christmas for Willow, and effects may take a worse turn for Michael. General Hospital early spoilers: Jason's making progress with Britt. Britt is softening towards Jason. I suppose he's going to show up on Christmas. I suppose we're going to get some kind of romantic gesture. It doesn't look like love, but it's what he's doing. Portia prepares for the verity because it's just about time for that maternity test. Carly and Valentine protest up their Brennan plan a notch. And Christmas in Port Charles is going to bring sweet moments for some and bittersweet for others. Anna Devane will horrify while Jason Morgan turns to Jocelyn Jacks with a secret request. Alexis Davis will also deliver an expostulation on Willow Kane's behalf in court, so that's what observers will see next. For starters, Lulu Spencer will stand her ground during a heated debate. In that case, you're gonna not have to take me in, Lulu says in Thursday's GH exercise videotape. This may involve Lulu refusing to cooperate with Jack Brennan when it comes to using Charlotte Cassadine as any kind of bait for Valentine Cassadine. Whatever the case, Nathan West will be there to back Lulu up on Thursday's show, so Brennan may yield in the end. Latterly, Brennan will visit Carly Spencer at her house. She'll have to conceal any unease about hiding fugitive Valentine up in her garret. Carly is getting enough good at lying to Brennan, so she'll play up the idea of an early Christmas gift and presumably keep him allowing they're madly in love. Since Brennan trusts Carly, he'll open up to her on Thursday's show. Brennan may talk about how he blames himself for Valentine's escape and get Carly's consolation that it isn't his fault. Over with Jocelyn, she'll be surprised when she gets a visit from Jason. It turns out Jason will need Jocelyn's help, but he'll advise that nothing can know he came there to ask her for it. Jason wasn't suitable to get the 5 poppies word he demanded out of Britt Westbourne, so he may calf Jocelyn coming and see what differently he can find out. Now that Britt has reunited with Brad Cooper, they might partake a mess at the Metro Court. That could give Britt a chance to explain commodity and admit there's just one catch, so she may offer updates on her drug coming at a steep price. Also again, Britt might bandy her passions for Jason and feel like the catch is he could face a grim fate if she truly lets him in. Of course, it's also possible Britt will defy Lulu's orders and skulk to see Rocco Falconeri. Britt might admit she still wants to see Rocco and suggest the catch if they've to do it behind Lulu's back. Next, Nina Reeves will face some pressure, so that could come as she takes the stage in court. Dante Falconeri will swear as well, but Alexis will keep working to get Willow off the hook. Alexis will tell the judge that the defense strenuously objects to the admission of some substantiation, so this could come after Brennan tampers with effects to work in Willow's favor. In prison, Anna will have a bit of a freakout. There'll supposedly be an indication that serves as a diversion, so Anna may find herself facing further Caesar Faison gaslighting. Anna looks panicked as she flings commodity across the room in Thursday's exercise clip, so stay tuned for any hints or news that might rattle her. General Hospital spoilers say Jen Sidwell may instruct Pascal to make Anna stay more intriguing. General Hospital spoilers, December 22nd to 26th, 2025, fully paraphrased mega recap. As Port Charles edges closer to Christmas, the season of peace arrives wrapped in suspicion, betrayal, and long-simmering rage. What should be a week of comfort and joy instead becomes a pressure cooker of courtroom bombshells, family fractures, and dangerous bargains, with Michael Corinthos spiraling toward disaster and Jason Morgan preparing a move that could change everything. As always on Early Edition Spoiler Week, the storm begins before the holiday bells ring. Lulu reaches her breaking point. Wednesday's drama erupts at General Hospital, where Lulu Spencer explodes in a fury that has been building for weeks. This is no mild confrontation, this is scorched earth. Her target? Britt Westbourne. Lulu's rage is raw, personal, and unfiltered. She makes it clear that what Britt is facing now is only the beginning. Threats are issued, lines are drawn, and Lulu refuses to back down. The reason becomes painfully clear. Rocco Falconeri, emotionally distant, rejecting his parents, and deeply conflicted, has been texting Britt. Worse, he refers to her as his other mother. For Lulu, that revelation cuts deeper than any insult ever could. Already devastated by Charlotte Cassadine's chilling declaration that home is wherever Valentine is, Lulu feels like she's losing both children at once. Dante bears much of Rocco's resentment, but Lulu is still standing in the fire, and Britt is suddenly the safest person to lash out at. To Lulu, Britt represents everything she can't control. To Britt, the confrontation is crushing. She didn't seek conflict. She didn't intend harm. But intentions don't matter when a mother feels her child slipping away. And when Lulu walks off, Britt is left shaken, humiliated, and deeply let down, especially knowing this may all tie back to Rocco. Isaiah Gannon pushes back, and Portia warns him. Nearby, another dangerous dynamic continues to unfold. Dr. Isaiah Gannon isn't backing down, not from pressure, not from fear, and not from the men looming over Portia Robinson's life. Isaiah again tempts Portia with the idea of recuperating at his secluded cabin, offering peace, rest, and escape from hospital walls and courtroom chaos. Curtis Ashford had already raised concerns, but Isaiah isn't intimidated. In fact, Isaiah makes it clear, he's not afraid of him. But Portia immediately fires back that he should be. The question is, who exactly is the threat? Curtis? Drew Kane? Or the truth itself? Portia understands something Isaiah doesn't. If Curtis discovers the depth of their connection, Isaiah's life in Port Charles could unravel fast. And if Drew is involved, directly or indirectly, the danger escalates exponentially. Portia's warning isn't emotional. It's strategic. And Isaiah ignores it at his own risk. Carly and Nina clash as evidence teeters. At the courthouse, sparks fly when Carly Corinthos Spencer and Nina Reeves collide. The tension is immediate. Carly assumes Nina is scrambling, desperate to save Willow from criminal charges that threaten to strip her of everything. Carly's barbs come fast and sharp. But Nina doesn't crumble. Instead, she drops a chilling hint. The evidence against Willow may not be as solid as the prosecution believes. That single sentence changes the temperature of the room. If Jack Brennan has followed through. If footage has vanished. If proof has been wiped. Then this case is already mutating into something far more dangerous. Curtis shifts plans, and Trina is blindsided. Curtis Ashford finds Trina Robinson at the courthouse and delivers unexpected news. Plans have changed. What kind of plans? Is it Portia's recovery location? A legal development? Or something tied directly to Willow's case? Trina doesn't yet know, but whatever Curtis reveals clearly alters the trajectory of the days ahead. And the timing couldn't be worse. The DA grows confident, dangerously so. Assistant DA Justine Turner pulls Dante Falconeri aside with a startling declaration. Their job just got much easier. That confidence doesn't come from nowhere. Someone overheard something. Someone talked. And the ripple effect is about to hit hard. All signs point to Martin Gray, a man who knows exactly how to weaponize information and settle scores. Tracy doubts Michael, and that's all it takes. At the Quartermaine mansion, Tracy Quartermaine still isn't convinced Michael Corinthos is innocent. She offers protection. Michael bristles. You're assuming I need protection, he snaps. Tracy doesn't flinch. Don't you? That exchange alone creates reasonable doubt, the kind prosecutors salivate over. Michael insists he didn't shoot Drew Kane, but Tracy's suspicions linger, and someone is listening. If Martin takes what he overhears to Alexis Davis, the fallout could be devastating. Alexis hates Tracy. Martin loves revenge. And suddenly, Michael's future looks far darker than Willow's. Jason and Jocelyn, secrets, pressure, and a dangerous request. Thursday at General Hospital, Jason Morgan moves into a new phase of his relentless pursuit of the truth. His focus? Jocelyn Jacks. Jason corners Jocelyn with quiet intensity, grilling her about Britt Westbourne, the 5 poppies, and what she knows that could save or condemn lives. The stakes couldn't be higher. Jack Brennan's presence lingers like a specter over every word, and Jocelyn hesitates. She's torn, her loyalty to Jason conflicts with the secrecy required to protect others. But Jason's calm authority convinces her to share just enough to advance his investigation. This conversation isn't just about information. It's about trust, survival, and the unspoken bond that forms when life and death hang in the balance. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves faces pressure in court. The trial atmosphere is thick with tension, and she must maintain composure while weighing every word carefully. Her next moves could determine Willow's fate, or unravel her own credibility. Anna Devane and the diversion that changes everything. Across town, Anna Devane finds herself in a tight spot. A sudden diversion, subtle but deliberate, sets her on edge. She senses opportunity but also danger. Every decision carries consequences. Pascal and Sidwell are lurking, waiting for missteps. Anna's every action is scrutinized. Even a minor error could escalate into disaster. She flings objects in frustration, her panic visible. The room is charged with tension as viewers realize, this isn't just a temporary setback. Anna's next moves will reverberate far beyond her immediate danger. Brad Cooper returns, Portia's stress peaks. Friday brings another shock to Port Charles. Brad Cooper is back, and broke. Portia Robinson is less than thrilled to see him. The timing couldn't be worse. Brad, having squandered the $1 million payoff from Drew Kane, seeks either employment or leverage, and Portia is not in the mood to negotiate. Isaiah Gannon remains her protector and anchor, but Portia cannot hide her stress. The tension between the three of them hints at a power struggle, with Brad attempting to reclaim influence while Isaiah quietly asserts authority. Meanwhile, Jocelyn reaffirms her commitment to help Jason aid Britt. She acknowledges her debt to the doctor. A life saved can never be repaid lightly, and prepares to navigate dangerous waters to ensure Britt's survival and potential exoneration. Willow Kane's trial, perjury, deception, and high stakes. As the courtroom fills, attention shifts to Willow Kane's trial. Justine Turner is determined to maintain control and confidence in her strategy. Drew Kane's presence casts a long shadow over proceedings. On the stand, he is asked to identify his shooter, a question that threatens to upend all carefully laid plans. Will Drew commit perjury to protect secrets? Will Martin Gray's recent intelligence tip the scales against him? The courtroom is electric with tension. Every glance, gesture, and objection could change the trajectory of the trial, and of lives intertwined with these events. Two shocking arrests shake Port Charles. Harrison Chase executes arrests that ripple through the city. While details remain murky, the implications are clear. These arrests could involve Michael Corinthos and Tracy Quartermaine. Evidence is being pieced together from security cameras, overheard conversations, and strategic surveillance. Martin Gray's eavesdropping may prove pivotal, exposing truths that threaten both personal and professional reputations. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan delivers veiled warnings to Britt, Carly, and even Valentine, signaling that everyone connected to the tangled web of crime, betrayal, and secrecy must tread carefully. Holiday preemptions and Christmas week surprises. As the week of December 22nd to 26th arrives, viewers can expect the usual Christmas preemptions. Likely, new episodes will air Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, with reruns or preemptions on Christmas Eve and Day. Even amidst holiday cheer, Port Charles remains a city of divided loyalties, hidden agendas, and unexpected gestures. Drew Kane believes he's in control, but karmic consequences are already gathering on the horizon. Sidwell makes her next moves, and Kevin Collins faces decisions that put loved ones at risk. Tracy Quartermaine seethes over Drew's theft of heirlooms. The theft rankles her more than any personal betrayal, while Nathan West acts with the best intentions, though his true allegiance remains in question. Anna Devane's frustration simmers, compounded by the fallout from Chase's arrests, and Willow may see a temporary lift in her fortunes as court proceedings continue. Yet, Michael's situation continues to deteriorate, creating a tension-filled contrast between joy and jeopardy during the holiday season. Jason Morgan and Britt, a softening connection. Amid chaos, Britt begins to soften toward Jason Morgan. Their interactions carry the promise of emotional development, possibly even a romantic undertone. Jason may show up with a gesture intended to reassure, protect, or inspire, signaling a subtle shift in their relationship. Meanwhile, Portia prepares for the revealing paternity test, a moment that could change her life forever. Britt and Brad reunite briefly, sharing a meal at the Metro Court. This reunion gives Britt a chance to discuss her ongoing treatment, medications, and emotional challenges, while navigating lingering feelings for Jason. Brennan, Carly, and Valentine, layers of strategy. Carly and Valentine coordinate strategies against Jack Brennan. Plans are executed with precision, secrecy, and calculated risk. Thursday brings an encounter where Brennan opens up to Carly, discussing Valentine's escape and the guilt he carries. Carly expertly conceals any anxiety while maintaining the illusion of normalcy, keeping Brennan's trust intact. Simultaneously, Jocelyn is drawn into Jason's request, tasked with sharing intelligence discreetly. Jason's inability to secure information directly from Britt forces this move, demonstrating the complex web of alliances and secrets. Portia, Lulu, and the shadow of Rocco. Britt faces the potential dilemma of defying Lulu's orders. She may attempt secret visits or communications with Rocco, risking the ire of a protective mother. Lulu stands firm, backed by Nathan West, ready to enforce boundaries. Yet, Britt's maternal instincts and connection to Rocco may push her to act against Lulu's wishes, a classic moral and emotional dilemma. Courtroom tensions and objections. Nina Reeves is pressured under the weight of testimony. Dante Falconeri continues his measured contributions. Alexis Davis works tirelessly, objecting to evidence, strategizing defenses, and maintaining an unflinching presence in court. Jack Brennan's influence lingers off camera, subtly shaping outcomes. Evidence may be contested, witness credibility questioned, and the fate of Willow Kane teeters on the edge. Anna's captivity and the gaslighting game. In captivity, Anna's panic escalates. Caesar Faison's psychological manipulations intensify, leaving her desperate for a solution. Jen Sidwell may instruct Pascal to heighten her discomfort, creating further complications for Anna's survival and mental state. Every move she makes is observed, analyzed, and exploited, setting the stage for a high-stakes sequence of escapes, diversions, and emotional confrontations.